Welcome everyone to the third session of Embark free NET-JRF Crash Course, which is conducted by MSF EFLU University Hyderabad. And today the session deals with the topic data interpretation. And I'm honored and glad to welcome our today's faculty, Mr. Syed Muhammad Sir, whom we had already met in the first session of our crash course, dealing with the topic reasoning and mathematical aptitude. And we all know the session was just mind blowing and has cleared all the doubts arose from the participants. As we all know, he is assistant professor in SRM University, Chennai, and has completed his PhD in management from Pondicherry Central University. Now I am glad to wholeheartedly welcome him to the mic and to take over the session. So, sir, please.
Good evening, one and all. Hope I'm audible. I'm audible, right? Okay. Once again, I thank MSF EFLU for organizing a program like this and also inviting me, giving an opportunity to share what a little bit of knowledge towards a very big audience like this. Okay, I have just saw the group, just almost more than I think 800 participants, and now we are here. The last class we had, yes, more than 150 participants and all active participants. Today also I'm very happy to see this number of audience, and it shows your enthusiasm and all. Hope MSF EFLU will continue delivering this kind of great initiatives. Okay, so let's get into today's topic. Today's topic is data interpretation. In the first session, in the mathematical reasoning session, I have already shared that yes, we will be in the data interpretation session, we will be first discussing the remaining part of mathematical reasoning. Why is it? Because mathematical reasoning is not a topic that we can cover. Definitely any topics whichever we are discussing we can't cover in one and a half hours, but still when it comes to mathematical reasoning, it is very challenging to complete in one and a half hours. Okay, so this session, how I'm planning is that for almost for the 1 hour, we will be discussing mathematical reasoning, and remaining 30 to 40 minutes we will be taking for data interpretation, because data interpretation, most of it is based on mathematical reasoning. So if you don't have a base on mathematical reasoning or a command on mathematical reasoning, there is no point in working out data interpretation. Okay, so that's why I have planned it such a way. Okay, so hope it will be useful. Dear participants, I have asked the organizers not to mute anyone, because in between we will be practicing different questions and all, where you may have to ask your doubts or you may stuck up, and this is kind of a interactive session. So I kindly ask you to use the mic or unmute yourself only when you when a need arises. So you all maybe like from past 2-3 years you all would have been attending online classes and all, so there is no need to explain more about it. So kindly complete to it. Okay, so yeah, let's start today's session. Already we have taken 10 to 12 minutes. So I have planned actually each 15 minutes we will be completing a topic. Now 10 minutes already have been elapsed, so I am not wasting much more time. We will directly get into the remaining parts of mathematical reasoning. Hope the screen is visible for everyone. Give me a thumbs up or a yes or something.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Same like last session on mathematical reasoning, we will be doing problems. There is nothing but nothing theoretical here again. So I request everyone to have a pen and paper with you, or a book and paper with you, so that you can do with me simultaneously, so that you will be able to learn it quickly. Okay. So yes, let's start the continuation of mathematical reasoning. The first one we are going to do is that percentage. Okay, we know that in mathematical reasoning we will be focusing on one mathematical reasoning, second average we will be discussing, and then speed, distance, and time we will be discussing, as well as profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest. These are the main topics of the day. Okay, and after that we will be definitely discussing data interpretation. And as I already told, that data interpretation is based on whatever we are discussing right now. So if you have a command over it, definitely it will be very easy for you to answer all the data interpretation question. Okay. Before that, give me one more second. Okay. Now, coming to percentage, percentage is something that we use in a day-to-day life. Yes, most of you will be students, and yes, you will be using. You maybe want to know at end of a semester or end of an year what is your percentage of marks, starting from that to what is the percentage of different things and all you may be wanting to know. Say, so the basic idea behind percentage is percent. Okay, so the cent here means 100, right? Most of you will be knowing the cent means cent means in 100. So whenever we are discussing about percentage, you have to keep one particular thing in mind, which is whatever we are talking about, if it is percentage, then definitely we are discussing regarding in hundreds. Okay, so that is what percentage, when it comes to percentage, that is the core idea or the main idea you have to keep in mind. Okay, by a certain percentage we mean that many hundreds. This x percentage mean x hundreds, written as x percentage. So when we are counting 100 items, say we have in a room 100 items. So if there are 100 items in that room, we can say that items in percentage is 100 percentage, right? So if one particular box or item is removed from that room, and now we are we say that, or we can tell that yes, there are only 99 items, which means if it was in the 100 case, if 100 is what our target box which is required in that room, out of 100 only 99 boxes are there, right? So it means that only 99 percentage boxes are there, right? So this is a simple logic behind percentage. Okay, so we will be we can express percentage as fraction as well as ratio. So whenever a ratio as well as proportion as well as fractions question come, we can relate all those into percentage and vice versa. Okay, so this is what we have to keep in mind. Okay, the next one is that we have x percentage is x by 100. So when we were talking about 99 percentage and all, that means if you are talking about 99 items, then if we want to represent that in 100, we can give a 99% or 99 item equal to 99% equal to 99 by 100. And though if we are discussing, or if you are saying that yes, from these many items or these many things, there are only 20% out of it, so we can express it by 20 by 100. And we also know that we all may have studied in our school and all how to take the LCM and all, right? So most of the times whenever you are getting a bigger number, it is better to take the fraction into the lowest number. So same way here, 20 by 100, we can also convert, or we can also express it in the lowest way, which is 1 by 5. Okay, so this is how fraction, when it comes to percentage as well as fraction, works. Okay, now this is all about simply what is percentages. Now let's focus on a different kind of questions which you may encounter, okay, in your NET exam. Here the first question is, in a class of 50 students, 40% are girls. Find the number of girls and number of boys in the class. This is one of the simplest questions, so you can actually, even without much calculation or anything, you may be able to do it. But I will tell you a scientific way or a step-by-step method where you will be able to solve it. So if this is the question, first we will understand the question. What is the question is what is the question is all about? In a class of 50 students, among the 50 students, 40% are girls. So what we have to think is that, what is our 100% here? The 100% here is the 50 students in that classroom, right? So now what is given in the question? Out of that 100%, or which is that 50 students equal to 100%. Out of that 100%, 40% are girls. Okay, so 40% are girls. That means there are 100 students, there are 40 girl students. Simple as that. Now our question is, find the number of girls and number of boys in the class. But here it is not 100 students being given, it is actually 50 students. So out of that 50 students, that 50 is 40% are girls. So what we have to find is here is that what will be the remaining 60%, which are boys. So if we find that 60%, our job is done. So for that, if you're going with a step-by-step method, first we'll start with whatever is given with. Okay, number of girls in the class is equal to 40% of 50. Right now, what is 40% of 50? That is what we have discussed here. Whenever you are getting a percentage, you can simply put it this way: 20% equal to 20 by 100. So 40% of 50 means 40% means 40 by 100, or 50 means into 50. Okay, into 50. So 40 by 100 into 50. So if you multiply it, 40 into 50, we know that it is 2000 divided by same 100. Okay, so when we are we can easily cut the zeros, and then we will be getting 20. That means out of 50 students, when we are saying that 40% are girls, there are actually 20 girl students in the class. Okay, now we can easily say that yes, the remaining will be boys. That will be 30. Okay, but still, if you are going with a step-by-step manner, number of boys in the class equal to total number of students minus number of girls. Right, that's the logic, right? We know the total number of students. There are only two groups, boys and girls, out of which if we are deducting girls, which we know, then we will be definitely getting boys. So the total number of students is nothing but given in the question, which is 50 minus, now we have got the number of girls, which is 20. So 50 minus 20 is nothing but 30. So the number of boys in the class is 30 and number of girls in the class is 20. So this is how we will be solving a problem like this. Okay. So that was a very easy question. We will move on to the next one. Okay. In an election between two candidates, we got 55% of total valid votes. 20% of the votes were invalid. If the total number of votes was 7,500, the number of valid votes that the other candidate got was. Then options are here. Yes, if you have understood the concept and if most of the things you will be knowing itself, and you may have done this in school as well, or you may have prepared for some competitive examination or have some experience beforehand itself. So you can do it and you can share your answer, whatever it is, wrong or right, no problem. You can share your answer in the chat box. Okay. Now let's for people who want to know how to solve it. Here we know that first we will understand the question. In an election between two candidates, there are only two candidates. Okay, one got 55% of the total valid votes. That means if there are 100 votes polled, that candidate name A candidate got 55%. That means 55 votes and of the total valid votes. 20% of the votes were invalid. Okay, so total, if out of that 100 votes, for example, if you are saying 20 votes are invalid. Okay, if the total number of votes was 7,500, the number of what the question is, what is the number of valid votes that the other candidate got, right? That is what we have to find. So we took an example of 100, but actually the votes polled was 7,500. So if in that case, what will be the B candidates or the next candidates vote share? I mean, how many votes he would have got is what the question is. Okay, so here first we will see what has been given in the question. Here, number of valid votes equal to how much is the total valid votes is what we have to find. Total there are, if we say 100% polling has been done, that is 7,500. Out of the 7,500, 20% of votes are invalid. We can say that it is not or something, they would have pressed two buttons or something, whatever. Okay, so those are invalid. Okay, remaining how much it will be? There will be only 80%. So now we have got that only 80% votes are valid, right? So out of that 80%, 80%, that means in this 80%, coming back to the 7,500, out of 7,500, 80% is what we have to find. So number of valid votes will be 7,500's 80%. So 80% of 7,500 is equal to, calculate easily, we can get 6,000, right? 6,000. Okay, so first what we are finding is what are the number of valid votes been polled. Okay, so 7,500 is the 100%, but 100% votes were not valid. Only 80% of 7,500 votes were valid. So we will be finding what are the number of valid votes, which is 80% of 7,500. That is equal to 6,000. Now valid votes which is polled by the other candidate or for the other candidate, valid votes polled the candidate. Okay, so it told that 50% vote, I mean 50% of total valid votes was scored by the first person, right? They got the 55% share. Now there will be only 45% remaining, right? So the second person only got 45% of whatever total votes, valid votes are there. Okay, so valid votes polled for the other candidate is equal to 45% of what? Sorry. 45% of 7,500 or 6,000? 45% of 7,500 or 6,000? Any answers?
Six thousand, sir.
Yes, 6,000, right? It's 45% of 6,000, which is equal to, okay, now we will solve it. 45% of 6,000 means 45 by 100 into 6,000. It's equal to doing, you get 2,700. Okay, so that means the other candidate has got 2,700. Okay, 2,700 votes. Okay, out of 6,000. So this is the answer, 2,700. Did anyone got answers? Okay, few of you have got answer, 2,700. Very good. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is the next level one. Rahul spends 50% of his monthly income on household items, 20% of his monthly income on buying clothes, 5% of his monthly income on medicines, and the remaining amount of rupees 11,250 he saved. What is Rahul's monthly income is the question. Okay, so here again we will look into the question once again. Rahul is spending 50%. Let 100% is first we have to think that yes, whatever amount Rahul is getting for us, as we are doing percentage problem, everything is on 100. Okay, so out of 100% which Rahul gets as salary, he's spending 50% of his monthly income on household items. Okay, and 20% on buying clothes he's spending. Then 5% he's spending on medicine. So these are his three expenditures. Okay, and what he's doing with the remaining amount that is given here, rupees 11,250 is the amount that he saves. So the challenge here is actually, if it would have been everything were given in percentage, then it would have been easy for us. But here the three expenses are given in percentage and the savings is given in rupees. Okay, so that is a kind of a challenge that we need to tackle. Don't worry, it's actually very easy. So before that, when we are encountering a problem like this, first we have to assume that whatever the total is, that means here the total or the whole sum is actually Rahul, all the things is coming from. That means whatever Rahul spend is from his salary, right? So that total amount or that 100% is salary. So we have to assume that let monthly income of Rahul be rupees X. Okay, that is rupees X. This is in amount, like we say maybe rupees 45,000 or something. Okay, so this is in rupees X. This is not in percentage, but in rupees. Okay, so that is what we have to keep in mind. And we know that total expenditure. We know that see, we will be getting salary, and then we will be spending out of it, and then we will be saving. Okay, that means income minus expenditure equal to saving. That is a very common formula, right? So same thing we will be applying here also. So before that, first we will see what is the total expenditure of Rahul. Sorry, Rahul, right? Yeah, Rahul. So to get the total expenditure equal to the total percentage is what we need to be checking. So the first one is 50%, then 20%, then 5%. So I am adding as it is. So 50% plus 20% plus 5%. 25% of, if you are talking about percentage, that means that there is an 100%, and then that 100% is X, right? Or there is the amount of salary, which is rupees X. So 50 plus 20 plus 5% of X equal to plus 20 plus 5% equal to nothing but 75%. So we know that this is also very common. If he is spending this much, that means his total will be 75% when we are taking it into percentage. So remaining, we know that the remaining amount will be 25%. So his total savings will be 25, right? So 75 plus 25 equal to 100, right? That is what his income is. Okay. Now we'll when we are getting a question like this, what we are actually aiming is for it to make a mathematical formula out of it, so that we will be able to solve this X. That is what we want to do. Okay, so here we know that savings, expenditure is there, savings is there, income is there, like everything is there, right? So from this, how we will be able to make a formula is what we are looking at. So here we find we have found that expenditure is this much percentage, savings is this much percentage, right? Now let's see in the question if there is something regarding expenditure or savings in rupees. Okay, first we'll look into the expenditure. Everything is in percentage, nothing is there in amount or rupees, right? Now we will look into whether in savings there is anything given in amount. Yes, there is, right? That is rupees 11,250 is the amount that he saves is being given here. That means his saving is rupees 11,250. So we got from that from the question we have got that savings is rupees 11,250, which when we are looking on to the percentage perspective, we have found that that is 25%. That means savings equal to 25%, which is equal to 11,250. Everyone with me? Yes, this is a confusing question, but if there is any doubt, you may ask. Okay, is it clear till here? Okay, then I will move forward. So now we have the expenditure with us, savings with us. Savings is actually something that is a breakthrough, because it has given a 25% as the savings, as well as the amount of that 25% is 11,250 we have got. Okay, that means 25% of X amount is 11,250, right? See, amount is rupees, total amount or 100% is rupees X, and we know that out of that 100%, 25% is his savings. That means that 25% which we are saying of savings is 11,250. So same just reframed here. 25% of rupees X is 11,250. Now we will take from that 25%. We can also write in fractions, right? 25% is nothing but 1/4 of what? Of X, right? The amount X, which is equal to same 11,250. Okay. Now solving that, 1/4 of X means 1/4 into X. Okay, 1/4 to understand the multiplication. I'm giving a asterisk mark here. 50. Which means X/4 equal to 1,250. Now, hope everyone will be knowing how to solve a mathematical equation like this. So X we will be x will be x equal to, if it is division, when we are changing the side to the left hand side or right hand side, whatever it is, we will be multiplying it, right? 11,250 into 4. 11,250 into 4. 45,000, right? So x equal to 45,000. It's like if anyone got the answer. Very good. So many people has got the answer 45,000. Once again, I will just brief it out. So first, we assume that the amount that Rahul is earning monthly is rupees X, and from the given question, we will find out that as this is a percentage question, we'll find the total of what is the expense are. So 50 plus 20 plus 5, which is 75% is the total expenditure, and savings is the remaining, right? 75% is expense, and after that there is only one thing, that is savings. So the remaining is 25%. So savings, the amount of savings is already given here, 11,250, and from that we can actually find 25% of x equal to 11,250, which means that 1/4 of x equal to 11,250. So when we solve it, we will be getting an answer x equal to 45,000. Is this clear? Is this clear with everyone? Okay. Yes, so these are the levels of questions they usually ask. Same one more question which we have discussed just prior has been given here also. I will be giving the notes because we are actually running out of time, so I don't have the time to explain that as well. So you may refer to the answer, the notes which I will be sharing with you. Okay, so yes, in net you can expect this level question only. Even in data interpretation also, this level questions only will be up to this level questions only will be asked. So you don't need to be worrying much about that. Now next topic is average. Yes, average is widely asked question in both mathematical reasoning as well as data interpretation. So we know that average is also one of the common thing that we use daily, right? We want to know what is the average speed that we have traveled, or what is the average marks that we have got. All these things are very common, right? And you will be knowing that from from your school days itself, you would have learned how to calculate the average and all. It's nothing but the total by total number of observations. That is what simply average is. Okay, so not wasting much time on that, we will just get into the question. Okay, a grocer has a sale of rupees 6,435, and then 6,925, then 6,855, again 7,230, and 6,562 for 5 consecutive months. How much sale must he have in the 6th month is the question. Okay, coming to here, first we will look into what is the total sale for how many months? 5 months. Okay, first we know that average equal to nothing but the equation is what we have to write first. Average equal to total divided by total number of observation, right? If we know this, we can easily do any average problems. So here, when it comes to the question here, there are 5 sales and 5 month sales. So here we can actually add up total sale for 5 months equal to 6,435, 6,435 plus 6,927 plus 6,855 plus 6,230, 6,562. Right. So if we add up, we will be getting $39,000, right? Yeah. 39. Sorry, not 39.
34,009.
Yeah, 34,009. Yes, 34,009 is the total we will be getting of the total sales. Okay. Now, how much sale must he have in the 6th month so that he gets an average sale of rupees 6,500? So our aim is to find out. He wants to get we want to get an amount of 6,500 as an average. Okay, so here this is the 6th month, right? This is the 6th month that we have to take into consideration. Okay, so if you want to get a 6th month sales, like, I mean, if you want to totally you want to get a amount of 6,500 as an average, our question is, what should be the sales should have happened in the 6th month? Okay, so first we have got the total sale for the 5 months is given here, and that is 34,009 rupees. For us, it is actually we have to find the average sales. If I mean average sales, I mean the 6th month amount, 6th month sale, in order to get 6,500 rupees. So the equation like that we can make is that required sale is 6,500 into 6 minus the total sale for 5 months. Okay, total sale for 5 months. Give me a second. That means we need to get an average of 6,500 out of this 6 months. Okay, so 6 months average is 6,500. So in order to get the 6th month sale, so we want to get the 6th month sale. What we can do is that the average of 6 months is 6,500. So that into 6. Then we deduct this amount of for all the past 5 months. That is total of 5 months sales, 35,009 rupees. If we deduct, we will be easily getting the 6th month sales which had happened. Okay, so here 6,500 into 6 is nothing but 39,000 minus 34,009. We will be getting 4,991. Okay, so the 6th month sale, if the average sale is 6,500, is 4,991. Is it clear with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we'll do this one. A man's monthly income is 1,400. What should be his average monthly expenditure so that he is able to save 3,600 in a year? So this is also more similar to the previous question. We are given with monthly income of a person which is 1,500. That means monthly he's getting a salary or an income of 1,400. We need to find out what should be his average monthly expense. Okay, please don't forget about the concept savings, expenditure, and income, or income minus expenditure equal to savings. That concept should be always there in your mind. So here, what should be his average monthly expenditure so that he is able to save 3,600 rupees in a month? 1,400 rupees he is getting. We need to find out what should be his average expenditure in an year if we want to save 3,600 rupees. So first we will see what should be his monthly saving in a month. So here monthly saving in a month, how to find that? You know that yearly saving is 3,000. He wants to save yearly 3,600 rupees, right? So we are understood to know that how much money he should save in a month. Okay, so as our income is given in monthly, we will find it out how much money does he want to save in a month. So 3,600, there are 12 months in a year, right? So 3,600 divided by 12, we will be getting each month uh, savings. Okay, 3,600 divided by 12, that is nothing but 300, right? Hope I'm correct. If there is any mistakes, you may just point out. So 3,600 divided by 12 equal to 300. So 300 is his monthly expenditure. Now it is very easy to find how much money I mean he will be having in a month, how much expenditure he should be having. So we know that expenditure equal to minus savings, right? So here what has been given with monthly saving in a month, or a saving in a month equal to 300 rupees. So here income is how much in a month, how much salary or income is receiving? 1,400. His income is 1,400. And how much he required to save? 300 rupees, right? So okay, 1,400 minus 300 is equal to 1,100. So in order to save 3,600 in a year, he should only spend 1,100 rupees. Okay, 1,100 rupees. So hope everyone has got it. Is it clear with everyone? The answer is option B. Yes, most of you have answered option B, 1,100. Very good. That is the correct answer. Okay. 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 We have already done two problems. I'm rushing up because we are running out of time. Okay. Now the next one is that speed, distance, and time. So speed, distance, and time is also one of the most of students say that yes, it is very difficult to comprehend the speed, distance, and time. It is very easy actually if you remember a few things here. One is the formula, second is the units, third one is the conversion. This is what you have to, I would say, yes, you may have to mug up. There is no other go. So this formula actually we can remember easily if you are just drawing a y, and you can write s and sorry, d s t. In the y arc you can write d, and here left side of that y you can write s, and the right side of the y you can write t. So how it is happening, because how it will help is that d equal to s into t. That means distance equal to speed into time, and speed equal to distance by time. I don't have the time to take the paint window and then show you and all. That's why. So if you are if you are following that y, then it will be very easy for you to recollect it. Okay, so speed equal to distance by time, distance equal to speed into time, and time equal to distance by speed. This is the formula that you have to remember. And when it comes to units, whichever question they are asking in speed, distance, and time, the unit of time will be in second, minutes, or hours. Most of the time it will be in hours or minutes, and the distance will be in kilometer or meter, and the speed will be in kilometer per hour or meter per second. So there will be most of the time there will be no other units they will be asking. Okay, and sometimes definitely we may need to convert the units. The one formula or one main concept that you have to remember is that you have to go with the minimum unit which have been given with. Minimum means the smallest unit which provided. For example, if it is kilometer, you have to, and it is in kilometer per hour, and the time is given in meter per second. So you have to convert that kilometer per hour into meter per second. For example, in a question, they have been given with distance in kilometer, but time is given in seconds, for example. Okay, so we know that if our unit kilometer per hour is a entirely different unit, we are calculating kilometer in hours, right? So we can't actually do the equation with 1 unit kilometer per hour and the time unit in second. The time unit also should be in hour. If the question was like the distance is in kilometer and the time given is like 2 hours or 3 hours or in hours, then it is very easy for us to solve the question. Most of the time it will be we need to find the distance and time is given, means speed will be the question. So the here, whenever a unit is given in one unit is given in a higher dimension and the another one is given in a lower unit, then we have to convert everything into the smallest one. So that is why we need conversion of units. So here 1 kilometer per hour equal to 5 by, how we can convert 1 kilometer per hour is given here. 1 kilometer per hour equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Same way, vice versa also you can do. 1 meter per second, you can, if you want to convert into kilometer per hour, you just need to multiply that particular number with 18 by 5. Okay, so here in any speed, distance and time question, if it is speed that you have to find in the question, you will be given with distance and time. If it is distance you have to find, you will be given with speed and time. Okay, and if it is the time that you have to find, you will be given with distance or distance as well as speed, or distance or speed. Okay, so this is how the questions will be kind of framework. The speed distance question will be asked. Now let's move on to the question. A scooter travels at the speed of 45 kilometer per hour. What is the distance covered by the scooter in 4 minutes? See, as I have told that 45 kilometer per hour speed is given here. This is speed here, and time is given here. What we have to find? We have to find distance. So speed and time is given. We have to find the distance here. So whenever we are getting a speed, distance and time question, we need to first, even if we know that formula, it is better to write the formula, speed equal to distance by time. But here what we have to find is distance. So the formula that we have to use here is distance equal to speed into time. Okay, moving forward. So distance equal to speed into time. So here it is given that 45 kilometer per hour is the speed. So speed we can simply write here, speed equal to 45 kilometer per hour. Time is a problem, right? Time is given here as 4 minutes. It is not 4 hours. So what we have to do is that we have to convert that 4 minutes, not only the minutes, but we have to convert the speed into meter per second. So whenever you are getting a question, when it comes to difference in time unit as well as speed unit, then as I already told that we need to convert it. So before time is for the given purpose, we can simply write 4 minutes here, but we have to convert it. Distance is what we have to find. So speed, when we are converting, speed equal to, you know that if you want to convert into meter per second, it is 5 by 18. The speed which is given here is 45 kilometer per hour. So 45 into 5 by 18 is equal to 12.5 meter per second. Okay, So 12.5 meter per second, and so now our speed is nothing but 12.5 meter per second. Same way we have to convert time also. Time is in 4 minutes, so we have to make it into seconds, right? So in order to make it into seconds, 4 minutes is 1 minute is 60 seconds, so 4 minutes into 60 will be getting 240 seconds. Now this is our new speed and new time. Okay, this in order to find the distance here, we need to apply only the speed which is we have found and the time which we have converted. Okay, so speed into time, if we are applying it here, so speed is 12.5 and 240 seconds. Okay, time is 240 seconds, which is equal to 12.5 into 240 will be 3,000. So this is now 3,000 means 3,000. The distance is in it will be in meters. Why it is meters? Because speed we told that it is meter per second. That's why we will be getting whatever the amount we will be getting, that will be in meters. So 3,000 meters. 3,000 meters. If there is an option about kilometer, we know that if it is 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, and 3 kilometer option are there, we need to choose 3 kilometer, because 1,000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. So 3,000 meters equal to 3 kilometer. So if we have the options are not here, so if it is 3,000 meters in the option, then you can directly go with 3,000 meters. Otherwise, if there is kilometer only, then you just need to convert these meters into kilometer. That is 3 kilometers. So 3,000 meters or 3 kilometer will be the answer. Is this clear? Okay. Do one more problem. I'll do a problem on train, that will be more useful. Train 135 meter long is running with a speed of 48 kilometer per hour. In what time will it pass a man who is walking at 6 kilometer per hour in the direction opposite to that of the train in second? Is what our question is. And options are 8, 8.5, 11, and 9. So here, when we are talking about train and as well as a person walking opposite, there is a concept called relative speed. Okay, relative speed is nothing but the speed of the first object plus the speed of second object. That is also a concept that you have to keep in mind when you are doing a problem with any problem with a particular object is going towards one side, and a particular object is coming on up towards the opposite side. So if it is something like that, you need to consider the relative speed. So relative speed, nothing of rocket science and all. It is just the speed of both the objects, speed of the first object plus speed of the second object. So speed of relative speed is equal to speed of first object plus speed of second object. Now, what all are given in the question? Before that, we will make a equation out of it as what we have to find. That will be easier, I think. We have to find a train is 135-meter long, running with a speed of 48 kilometers per hour. In what time? Time is what we have to find. It will pass a man who is walking at 6 kilometers per hour in the direction opposite to that of the train. So we have to find the time taken by the train to pass that particular man who is walking opposite to the direction of the train. So here we can write it in a mathematical formula. Time taken by the train to pass the man is what we have to find. That is equal to what all we have. That we have the train's length, which is 135-meter long. Is we have the speed of the train and as well as the speed of the man. These are the three important data we have in order to solve this problem. Okay, so actually whenever we are taking the problems on train, especially problems like this, time, we know that time equal to distance by speed. Okay, if you see this formulas once again, you can see that time equal to distance by speed, right? Time equal to distance by speed. So same thing applies here also. Time equal to distance by speed. But what is distance here? Here the distance is nothing but 135 meter. 135 meter. Why? Because we have to find only the time taken by the train to pass the man. Okay, so from the train's engine, the very starting point of the train to the end of the train is what is our distance is, right? So that is what the distance here. Okay, so time equal to distance by speed. Distance here is nothing but length of the train. Okay, length of the train divided by speed. Speed is here, two objects are there. The train, which is, we can say that going northwards, and the man who is walking southwards. Okay, so that is there are two speeds here. That means we need to take the help of relative speed. So speed is relative speed here. Okay, relative speed. Have you all understood how we framed this particular equation for this question? Because if you are not understanding how this is framed, there is no point in discussing further. Okay, so if you have got this, you are 70% the answer. Okay, now time taken by the train to pass a man is equal to length of the train by relative speed is what it is. Okay, so here relative, what all we have, length of the train we already have. We only have to find relative speed, right? Relative speed is equal to first speed of first object plus speed of second object. Luckily, both are in kilometer per hour, right? One is, okay, this is 48 kilometer per hour and this is 6 kilometer per hour. So we just need to add them. That is 48 plus 6. That is, the relative speed is nothing but 54 kilometer per hour. But still, it is in kilometer per hour. But the time that we have to find is in second, as well as the distance we have been given with is in meters. It is not in kilometer. So that's why again we, even though it is all about relative speed and all, we need to convert this relative speed into meter per second. So we know that if we want to convert kilometer to meter per second, we just need to multiply it with 5 by 18, right? So 54 is kilometer per hour into 5 by 18 equal to 15 meter per second. Okay, 15 meter per second. So our speed is 15 meter per second. Now, what all we need to find else? We have relative speed here, and length of the train is already here. That is 135 meter. We just need to apply it here now. Time taken by the train to pass minus the length of the train, which is 135 meter, divided by relative speed, which is 15 meter per second, which is equal to 35 by 15, 9 seconds, right? Because the speed, everything is given in meter per second. So if we are getting time, that will be automatically in seconds, 9 seconds. So the answer is nothing but option D, 9. Okay, option D, 9 is the answer. Anyone got the answer? Okay, many people has got 9. Very good. Is this clear with everyone? Is problem clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, profit and loss, I don't know. There is only 20 minutes left. We are really behind the schedule. Yeah, I'll just rush through this one. Profit and loss, most of the time they will not be asking for data interpretation, but it's better to learn profit and loss. The only one equation that you have to keep in mind when you are dealing with profit and loss is profit equal to selling price minus cost price. What is selling price? Selling price is the amount in which we are selling something, right? We have bought something for selling it, and what is the amount that we have, or what is the price that we have got, price in which we have sold it? That is what selling price is. Cost price is, yes, we have bought something to resell it or sell it. So what is the amount at which we have bought that particular item? That is what called cost price, or the making cost, or something, whatever it is. If it is related to cost, that is what cost price is. So if you want, most of the time you will be asked whether it is a profit or a loss. So if you want to calculate profit, it is profit equal to selling price minus cost price, and loss, it will be same. I mean, just cost price minus selling price, because when you will be encountering loss, when your cost is high and your profit or your selling price is less, then definitely you will be having a loss. That is what loss equal to cost price minus selling price. Due to lack of time, I don't have time to do these problems here. I will definitely give you notes. If you have any doubts, you can directly contact with me. We can discuss it. Okay. Okay, now coming to simple interest, there are certain things that we need to know regarding simple interest. Most of the things you will be knowing. So in simple interest, we have this equation mainly, which is PRT divided by 100. Some people use N instead of R. All are same concept only. In simple interest, we know that if yes, we are lending an amount or borrowing an amount, and it is a kind of money or a particular amount on that is charged monthly or yearly. So that means that is an interest, or there is an extra money we are paying for using or lending particular amount of money. That is what interest is. Okay, so when it comes to simple interest, if the interest on a sum borrowed for a certain period is reckoned uniformly, that means every year, if this is the percentage, means you just need to pay. For example, you have borrowed 100 rupees. 10% is the interest for 1 year. That means after 1 year, you need to pay, including the principal. Principal means the actual amount. In our case, it is 100 rupees. So 100 plus that interest is 10%. So 10% of 100 rupees is nothing but 10 rupees. So if you are returning it after 1 year, including interest and the principal amount, you have to give 110 rupees. In the second year, 100 rupees is the amount you have borrowed. So the next year you have to pay the amount, both the interest percentage. That means 10% plus again 10 percentage. So it will be 20 percentage, right? So in the second year, it will be 20 percentage of 100 rupees. It will be 120 that you have to give. But when it comes to compounding, the idea is different. For example, in simple interest, we have borrowed 100 rupees. We only need to give the first year 110 rupees, the second year 120 rupees, third year so on, like that, right? But in compound interest, the difference is first year is we will be paying the interest which has been quoted, that is say 10 percentage. So we will be paying 110 rupees. But in the second year, even if it is 10 percentage in compound interest, means we have to pay interest for 110 rupees for the first year. That means 10 percentage of 110 rupees will be calculated. Okay, it is not on 100 rupee the interest is calculated. After 1 year, we know that it is 110 rupees including interest. So in the second year, when you are paying interest on this first year's amount plus interest on that amount. That is what compound interest is. Okay, so the equation is given here. If you are following this equation, is very in net, you will not be asked with very tough questions on simple interest and all. Just need to remember this equation: simple interest equal to PRT by 100. And for compound interest, you just need to remember two equations here, which are amount equal to P plus 1 P into 1 plus R by 100 all raised to N. If it is in half yearly, this is the equation, and it is quarterly, this is the equation. So this 3 plus 1 equation is only you need to study. Then you just need to apply it everywhere. I will be sharing the answer, the questions with the answers in the group later. So we are actually running out of time like anything. We have to start discussing data interpretation. Okay, so I will share that. You can learn from it. If you have any doubts, you may contact me. Okay, so we'll move on to data interpretation.
Sir, can you please unmute?
Sorry, I've been explaining a lot with mic muted. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. So, sorry. Okay. Here, in data interpretation, we have four types of data that we will be given with. One is table. Second one is bar chart. The third one is pie chart. The fourth one is line graph. Okay. So this is how a table chart table will be, and I will be showing you the bar graph as well as pie chart as well as line chart. So the first one for us is the table here. So when it comes to data interpretation, one thing you have to keep in mind: always set a time for yourself. Otherwise, you will be ending up with not able to solve other problems because you have spent lot of time in data interpretation. Always keep 10 to 12 minutes only for solving this. If you have learned the mathematical reasoning problems like average, percentage, whatever we discussed so far, definitely you will be able to answer all the questions from data interpretation as well. So here, let's see without wasting time. Here in the first, this is a table form where number of candidates appeared and qualified in a competitive examination is given, right? From different stages over this many years, from 97 to 2001. So in 97, what is 5,200? 5,200 is nothing but in the year 1997, from the state M, this is the 5,200 is the number of appeared candidates, right? Appeared candidates, and this 720 is nothing but in 1997 from the state M, the number of qualified candidates is 720. So if you have an understanding of what the data is, then it is easy for us to do the problem. See here, total number of candidates qualified from all the states together in 1997. So approximately what percentage of the total number of candidates qualified from all the states together in 1998 is the question. So here, as I told you, it will be a percentage, average, maybe speed, distance of time problem will be there, or interest problem will be there. Whatever we have learned so far, we most of that only will be asked here. So here the question is about percentage. What is the percentage of total number of candidates qualified from all the states in 1997 to this number of candidates qualified in all the states in 1998? So here, what we have to do, we have to do nothing but percentage for us is the total number of qualified students from 1997. What is in 1997? How many from all the states? How many students have qualified? Okay, in 1997, if you are taking this in each state, this is we have the data of from all the states. We have the data of number of qualified students. So our question is, from that is to what? A percentage of total number of candidates qualified from all the states together in 1998. So these are the two data that we need to use. So we know that percentage equal to, in order to find the percentage, we just need to add up all the total number of qualified candidates in 1997 and 1998, and then we will be getting both the total of both the years. Then we just need to multiply it by 100. That means, for example, if total all the qualified candidates here, we will be getting zero for 1997, and for 1998 we will be getting if we do this, 4160 divided by 5230. 4160 is nothing but the adding up of all the qualified candidates, and 5230 is nothing but if you add up all the qualified candidates, it is 5230 into 100, which is 80%. So the answer is nothing but 80%. Okay, so this is how we will be solving a problem from data interpretation with regard to table. Okay, same like here, see the next one is average. What is the average candidates? We know that average is total divided by total number of observation, right? So we just need to find out which is the state and how what is the required one appeared of Q, how many candidates have appeared in that particular year in that particular state. We have to add up, we have to total divide by the total number of years, we'll be getting the average. So this is very easy one. Definitely I will be sharing you. Next one is the bar graph, right? So in a bar graph you have to identify certain more things, because as a table the data is not that clear. We have to identify the data from the table. See here, sales of books in 1,000 numbers from 6 branches, P1, B2, B3, B4, B5 and B6 of a publishing company in the year 2000 and 2001 is given. So in this graph you can see that the blue graph indicates sales for the year 2000 and red indicates the sales for year 2001. So we know that these are B1 is the branch 1, B2 is the branch 2, so on, right? And here is the sales. That means 80, if you are getting means 80 in 1000, that means 80,000 is the sales for the branch B1 in the year 2000. Okay, so that is what the data is all about. So similarly, if you understand the data, then it will be easier to move forward. Okay, so here we can see that what is the ratio of the total sales of branch B2 for both the years to the total sales of branch B4 for both the years is the question. So how we can find it? See, the ratio is being asked, right? So first we have to find what is the total sales of branch B2 in 2000, right? In 2000, what is the total sales? That is 75. And in 2001, what is the total sales of branch B2? That is 65. And now next one, what we have to compare with B2 with B4. In B4, the total sales is 85 in 2000 and in 2001 is 95. So 685 plus 95 will getting 180. So in B2 both the years it is 140 and B4 both the years is 180. So ratio is nothing but a different form of fraction. So we can write this one B2 by B4. B2 total is 140 and B4's total is 180. So 140 by 180, if we are representing it in a smaller fraction, we can get 7 by 9. So the fraction is 7 by 9 or 7:9. Okay. Sorry that I am rushing up because we have exceeded the time. Okay. Now see here, next one is the average. Okay, percentage of the average sales. Again, average or percentage is asked. So if you have understood the data, then it is very easy to go on with that one. Okay. Now this is a there is a 3-bar diagram. We can look accordingly and then we can solve it out. Next one is a pie chart. Okay, when it comes to pie chart, one thing that you have to take into consideration is that a pie chart is a circle, right? So a circle means whatever properties of circle is there, that also be followed with the circle. I will take 5 minutes in order to explain this particular pie chart problem, because this is a bit different from what bar graph and table is. And so I will just do a single problem from this pie chart. Okay, so pie chart, we know that we can just have a look at this pie chart. This is a pie chart which includes various expenditures which are incurred in publishing a book. The printing cost is 20%, transportation cost is 10%, paper cost is 25%, binding is 20%, royalties 15%, promotion cost is 10%. That means this is the total cost. Total cost is 100%. In that 100 cost, these many sub expenses are there. Okay, so that is being given here. And now we know that a circle, it also we have to keep in mind that it follows the properties of a circle as well. So that's why I will take you to this question. What is the central angle of the sector corresponding to the expenditure incurred on royalty? See here, in royalty, we know that this is 15%, right? The royalty which is given here, it is 15, sorry, 15%. So what we have to find as per this question here is that what is the central angle of the sector corresponding to the expenditure incurred on royalty is what we have to find. So we actually have to find what is the angle, how much angle, or up to how many degrees is that particular royalty segment is. So in order to solve it, we know that total total the circle is 360 degrees, right? 360 degrees. Now we know that this completely it is 360, while royalty is just 15%. Okay, 15% of that 360 degree. So 15%, we have already learned how to solve percentage problem. So 15% of 360 is equal to 15 by 100 into 360. Right? That we will be getting 54. Okay, so the answer is 54 degrees. 54 degree, or option C, 54 degrees. So this is the only difference when it comes to bar graph, as well as when we are comparing bar graph or table graph with pie chart. This is one thing that we have to consider when it comes to a pie chart. Okay, here see, for a certain quantity of books, the publisher has to pay 30,600 as printing cost. Then what will be the amount of royalty to be paid for this book? So I take you to that question which we have discussed about Rahul Singham and all. So same way we have to do this as well. The good thing about here it is, we know that printing cost, right? We have been asked with the publisher has to pay 30,600 as printing cost. So we have been given with the amount, or in rupees here, that is 30,600. Also, we know from the graph that printing cost is 20%, right? So we can actually make an equation out of it, and then we can easily solve this. I will just show you how we will be solving it. Let the amount of royalty of books equal to R. Okay. As we have done in that Rahul's problem, we have taken the total amount as X, right? Now I am, as it is royalty, I am taking it as rupees X. Now here we can see that what is given in the question is 30,600 is the printing cost. That is what is printing cost as per the pie chart? It is 20%. So we can equate that amount with that percentage, which means 30,600 is equal to 20%, or 20% equal to 30,600, right? And which is the next one, the royalty, right? 30,000 printing cost. Then what will be the royalty to be paid for this books? So amount of royalty is what we have to pay. That means, I mean, what we have to find. That's why we have given here, let amount of royalty be R. Same time, we have in the pie chart, we have the percentage of royalty as 15%. That means if we can take 20% equal to 30,600, we can also take royalties percentage is 15%. 15% is equal to the amount we have given, supposed is R for royalty, rupees R. So 15% is equal to rupees R. Okay. So if you have got like this, we can actually make an equation out of it. That means 20% equal to 30,600, 15% equal to R. We can write it this way: 20 is to 15 is equal to 30,600 is to R. Why? Because both are in percentage, so we can write 20 is to 15, and both these are in amount. That's why we can write in this way also, 30,600 and R. Both these are in amount. So if we can make up to this, then it is actually very easy to solve. So 20 is to 15, we can also write as 20 by 15, which is equal to 30,600 divided by R. Okay, so from that we can actually find R equal to nothing but 30,600 into 15 by 20. Okay, 15 by 20. So R equal to, solver, we will be getting rupees 22,950. Okay. So the answer is 22,950. Did everyone get this? Who are here? Are you able to understand this? Okay. So this is how you solve a pie chart problem. Okay. So next one is that as I discussed pie chart in detail, because most of the people will get confused, because this concept need to be understood, that we follow the circles properties in a pie chart, as well as if it is given like this, we have to take to our question, then we have to come to our pie chart, then only we need to analyze, I mean solve it. That's why we call this as data interpretation. Okay. Now, coming to the last one, this pie chart. This is also same to bar graph, which we have discussed. See here, in this particular chart, we have the data or the exports, data of the exports from 3 companies over the years. The red line, what is the red line? The red line is of the exports of the company Z. Same as green is for company Y, and blue is for company X. And in this axis, we have amount in crores, and these are the years. In 1993, if we are taking this particular point, see, this is in 30. This is of which company? This is with company X. The blue line is of X. So in 1993, company X has the export of 30, or had the exports of 30 crores. This is what simply we can analyze from the data, and then we can move on to answering the question. These all are simple question only. What are the total exports from 3 companies, or for which of the following pairs of years the total exports from 3 companies together are equal? So if this kind of question come, we need to individually take each years, then we have to find out in which year how much in one particular year this company has made how much sales, I mean exports. So the each you have to find out, and then from that you have to find out for that which 2 years, which pair of year there are equal exports. Okay, so I will definitely share the answer key, the questions with the answer key, so you'll be able to work it out. There are many questions here, so kindly do all those problems. We will be you will be definitely, you will find easier to solve it, because I have prepared it in that way, so that it is easier for you, so you will be able to understand it. So today, it was a very tight schedule, as well as completing everything in 1.5 years was really a challenging one. Still, I hope you have understood the main concepts of mathematical reasonings and data interpretation to, to a great extent. If you have any doubts, you may please ask. I know we have surpassed the time, which is now it's 9:10. If you have any doubts so far from whatever we have discussed, you may please ask. If there are no questions, we can wind up the session.
Thank you, sir. So I hope there are no doubts. So that was a great session by Mr. Said Muhammad, sir, and it was quite challenging. I think with a short span of time, he has covered almost most of the topic, and the class was very engaging, very interfering to everyone. So I hope all got the points, and yeah, I heartfully thank Mr. Said Muhammad for his faculty. He has almost dealt with two topics with us, and tomorrow we'll be dealing with information and communication technology as well as reading comprehension by Rapid Channel, sir. So until then, thank you everyone for your heartful cooperation with us, and thank you, Mr. Said Muhammad, sir, for your time for being with us for your very interesting class for us. Thank you, Fernando. See you.
Thank you all, and all the best